Hello everyone, welcome back to Tips Tuesday. Today we're back out in the field and we're expanding on the idea of building your compositions. Now we already talked about this a little bit and I want to expand it and take it even a step farther. What it really comes down to, one of the best ways to get better compositions, more interesting compositions, is to flip your mindset when you're out in the field. It's easy to think that your only job out in the field is to find the subject so you can get a photo, but instead a lot of times the best images that you get happen when you find a nice opportunity, a nice composition, and then let the animals come in and fill in that composition. And this is where you can really tie into all of the things we've talked about in the past of having better fieldcraft, understanding what is a good opportunity and what are the locations that animals are likely to come to. So we're going to expand on that a little bit here. And that starts with recognizing habitat, recognizing where subjects are likely going to be in that habitat, recognizing food sources, water sources, protection, potential perches or cover for the animal, and where would an animal naturally like to be. And where you can really take this a step further is if you set yourself up in a location that has multiple different opportunities. Okay, so I'm gonna expand on this in a future Tips Tuesday video, but just to hit on it here, if you set yourself up in a location where there's food, water, and shelter all in one location, you're going to have a lot more opportunities of different subjects taking advantage of that same location compared to finding just one location that has, maybe a food source that certain species would go after, but there's no water, there's no perches, there's no protection. So there's going to be limited opportunities to photograph there compared to locations that have multiple needs of the animals in that habitat. You're going to have a lot more success in number of species, variety of species, and just the sheer volume of productivity at that location. So right here, you can see that there's a nice patch of green in this section here. Some nice yellow flowers. On the far side, it's just kind of brown grass. Not much activity going on there, but there's a lot of birds calling in here. Now, this time of year, it's tough because a lot of birds are done breeding. All birds are done breeding. And now you have the juveniles and the adults that are kind of skulking down in the vegetation. So you don't really see them very quickly, but you can hear them every now and then. So instead, you don't really know where the subjects are. So you have to think, okay, well, where would be a good composition? Work backwards. I'm thinking I'm going to set up this hill a little bit. There's a little bit more yellow vegetation up this direction. That's going to be a more interesting composition. And then we can sit there, wait, and see if any subjects come and fill in that composition. And then if you really want to expand on this and build on this, I was just talking about this on one of my private guided sessions, but as you are walking through a landscape, just continuously looking at what is around you and thinking, okay, how would this make a good composition? Like right here in front of me, I have these dried wildflower stalks. Really nice. Everything else is green. These are some nice brown stalks. And I'm thinking, that would be a really nice perch for some birds to be on. Number one, we're thinking of why would a bird be there, right? Well, those dried stalks probably have seeds in the top clusters where the flowers were. So that's a food source, okay? Now, I'm thinking about what would my background look like with these right here. So here's the dried cluster right there. Right now, I have a green background, okay? If I drop my camera angle a little bit, I could have a really nice far away background with the dark greens and the browns back there. So you can kind of look at, okay, this is how I could build the composition and let the subject come in and fill in that photo there. Okay, so if you just start to continuously think about this as you're moving through the area, when a subject shows up, you're going to be so many steps ahead. You're not going to need to think about all of these things to build an interesting composition. It's already going to be framed out for you. So you work backwards, flip your mindset. Instead of where are the subjects, I need to go where the subjects are. Instead, you can say, okay, where are they going to be likely? And how can I set myself at that location to take advantage? And eventually you're not just walking around looking for a subject to photograph. Instead, you're looking at the landscape, you're looking at the habitat elements, you're looking at food sources, water sources, perches, where the light's coming from, all of these things subconsciously, so that when you find a subject, you have the best opportunity to get interesting compositions. So that's it for this Tips Tuesday. I hope it was helpful for you. Now, if you're wondering, okay, well, how can I learn to be able to recognize what a productive opportunity is out in front of me out in the field? That's where I offer bird walks, I offer my private guided sessions, I offer online coaching calls. All of these things will help you learn to recognize what a productive location is in front of you, how to take advantage of it, how to adjust your mindset so that you can identify these locations and take advantage of them out in the field. So if you're interested in that, I have information down below on my website. Otherwise, I will see you again in next week's Tips Tuesday.